guys. So I'm starting these things called the quarantine files, health files, and I'm going to start interviewing my friends to just talk about all their experiences, what they're going through now, how it pertains to the health, and maybe, some challenges they're having, and just share things that are getting them through this. So I'm going to bring on my friend Alessandra here. Alessandra's a hairdresser, and she also just did yoga training. So me being a yoga instructor as well, I'm so excited to have her here. So let's bring her on. Here she comes. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Video.
Hello?
Hi, your video.
Hi. Okay, let's see. Start video. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just, I'm recording this and I just did a little intro about you before I let you come on here. Thanks for being the first of my quarantine health files.
Woo!
How are you?
Fun. I'm good. Just drinking some tea. I'm sitting on 3 yoga blocks.
Oh, wow. That's so funny.
How are you doing?
Perfect. I'm good. I'm just hanging out in my room, trying to make it look like a little more professional, but
Me too. I'm like, all right, I gotta clean a little bit.
Right? I was like, let me blow dry my hair.
I did put on some makeup, some highlighter.
Awesome. I love it. So I was just telling everybody that you just did yoga training. You're a hairdresser. Can you just, give us a little information about yourself?
Yeah, so I've been doing hair for almost 10 years, and in September I started my yoga teacher training just because I love yoga and I wanted to deepen my practice and just explore teaching, and I'm pretty much done. So it's been awesome, the yoga journey of learning and teaching.
Yeah.
I've been doing some virtual classes, some one-on-ones, and yeah, that's where I'm at.
Cool. So you're making it work at home, right?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of just like the quarantine stuff. I'm so thankful that I have my practice. I don't know. I couldn't imagine not having it in this kind of time. It's just something that's keeping me grounded and positive, and it's something I look forward to every day.
Totally. I agree. Without it right now, just like movement in general, like I don't know what I would be doing.
Yeah, I don't know. My mind would just be like, ah! Yoga just kind of helps, like, oh, it's okay.
Right? It's like be in the present type thing. Yep. Trying to anyways, even though that can be so hard.
Yeah.
Can I ask, like, what is something that's like really helped you, is there something you've taken from yoga training that you've been doing at home, or?
Yeah, I've been doing
specific. I like specifics.
Meditation every day. So meditation, I do it right when I wake up before I eat anything. It's just, even if I don't feel like doing it, I'll do it for like 3 to 5 minutes. I practice a lot of, different kind of pranayama, breathing techniques, just to kind of give myself a couple minutes or like a few minutes. I'm all about moving my body, even if it's just for a little bit too. So for me, it's more about consistency of meditation and yoga rather than, oh, I have to do this like super long thing. It's just like, if I listen to myself and how I'm feeling and kind of honor that and adjust my practice and my meditation to that, I'll do that. The app Sanctuary by Rod Stryker.
Yep.
Amazing.
I haven't heard of that app. I've heard of so many, but I'll write that down. Sanctuary. I always like trying new things.
Yeah, so that's really good. They have, I've been doing the Empower meditations because I tend to get like a little, like, lazy sometimes when I'm not working. So
Right.
I've just been trying to get my butt up and like waking up.
Yeah, no, it sounds like your practice, like the mindfulness and exercise movement anyways, has been something that's kept you really grounded, like some kind of like consistency in your day.
Definitely, yeah. It's amazing, just everything, mindfulness, meditation, it really works.
Yeah. So I think like a lot of people get scared of the word meditation. Have you always been into it, or is it something that like happened over time?
I think I've always been interested in it and kind of like, done it a little bit and then stopped. But over the past 6 months, I've really gotten more into it and kind of made it like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I really believe if you want the full benefits of it, you have to practice it every day.
I agree. Because like you ever go on vacation or something and get like away from it from a few days, just from like, being, I don't know, out of routine or like whatnot. And I'll come back and I'll be like, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
I feel weird. But yeah, no, I was the same way. Like I remember because I did yoga training in 2015. And I did it mostly because I just wanted to balance out like my nutrition, kind of add on to that as I was doing that, but also to kind of learn to balance my over exercising problem at the time. But I remember one of my things is like we had to meditate and I couldn't do it. Like I was in yoga training and like I told them my goal was to do meditation like every day. And I didn't do it.
It's hard.
But
it's not easy.
Yeah, no, it's really gotten me into it just like from teaching. I think the more that I've gotten into teaching, the more I just become that role. And once you start, it's like it becomes who you are, but it does take consistency.
Right. With anything, I feel like, it just kind of like takes your thoughts and puts them like, I describe it as like putting your thoughts into clouds and just letting them pass by.
That.
Yeah. And I think, especially right now, it's just everyone could benefit from that, not attaching to the news, to just what's going on, and just kind of take a little bit for yourself and just take a breath.
Totally. Take a breath. I like that. That's something like Lauren and I talk about a lot as well, is like, just like calling it more like focused breath of like, even if you just close your eyes and count to like 3 deep breaths, like that still counts. So
Totally, yeah. I feel like it can be really simple instead of like complicated, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think just keeping it simple and kind of catering it to you, like what you want out of it and stuff, is the best way to do it.
Yeah, love it. So if you're listening to this, guys, you don't know where to start with meditation, I would say just close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. That counts. Like even if the word meditation overwhelms you and you don't know where to start, even like in a situation where you find yourself being anxious and you've already meditated, just like close your eyes and take 3 breaths. Would you give any advice to people, like, for a way to start or a way to just like calm themselves down or be a little more, because I feel like right now a lot of people are, emotions are everywhere. Whereas like it can be a good day, it can be a bad day, it can be a good moment, it can be a bad moment, I don't know if you have any like a beginner advice of like where would you even start?
Yeah. So I like to, when I wake up, before I look at my phone, just lay on my bed with my eyes closed and take one really deep inhale through your nose and just hold it for 2 or 3 seconds and just kind of see your breath connect with it a little bit.
I just did it.
Let it go. And it just kind of sets your day up a little bit better. And not saying like, even on bad days, doing that just helps kind of like, it's okay, and I'm ready for whatever the day has to offer. So just get in bed and, give yourself time and patience, and don't feel like you have to, start off with like a 30-minute super deep meditation.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, working out. Just kind of start slow, listen to your body, and do it in bed.
I love it. No excuses, right? You can do that. Right? No, I think that, it's just so important. I've been listening to this book. If I told you about it, I want to do book club with it. But Take Control of Your Life. It's only on audiobook though. It's by Mel Robbins, and she talks about it as like Lego box, that if we look at the whole picture of where we want to be, it can be very overwhelming and sometimes paralyze us to take steps of like looking at this whole situation now of when it's going to be over, or what are we going to do after? It can be very paralyzing. But if we just every day take a step towards like something that makes us feel good, or just even like staying consistent with like a workout every day, like that's gonna add up over time. So cool.
Yeah, and you just feel really good.
Yes. Okay, so we haven't got meditation under your thoughts yet. Just do it, right?
Yes, do it. You can breathe. Everyone's breathing, so no excuses.
Right? So here's something I kind of want to ask, because I think that can pertain to like a lot of people right now, maybe not even doing yoga training, but I know you were at the point of, March 30th, I remember I was going to go to your class to take the practice test. Like you've been working up for this yoga training for months, and that was going to be like your first class. Like, how are you dealing with like, maybe, I don't know if there's any kind of like disappointment or like feeling like you haven't, it's all online classes now. So what are your thoughts of like working so hard towards something and then not having it turn out how you thought it would, or end how you thought it would?
Yeah, so I was obviously a little disappointed, but I feel like I've learned, and I'm still learning, to just kind of sometimes things just change, and it's all about how we kind of adjust and adapt to those changes. So I was like, it's okay. I didn't get too worked up over it, because I know things will change, and things will always change, and there will be hard, disappointing things, but it's all about how we look at it. The virtual classes are definitely still kind of weird.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and I'm just kind of going with it and kind of rolling with the punches. I miss the studio though so much.
I do too, like in-person interaction of when can we do that again. But no, I love how you put that, because I think that, everyone's had some things. I mean, this is unexpected for everybody, of like what is interrupted our lives out of nowhere, right? Normal day life just stopped. But I like that, just kind of rolling with the punches, adapting, and being, you're doing it. Have you taught online classes, or what are your plans on that? I want to do one of yours.
I know. So that's something I'm kind of slacking in. I did one, and then I've done some with like Mike my boyfriend, some with my mom. But my goal is to teach one virtual class a week.
Hey,
So
I
this
love
still
it.
hold me accountable.
I will. Now you said it out loud. We're going to send it out there. Everybody look for Alessandra. I think your class is going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, so I've known you for like how many years now? A couple of years, like, because
yeah,
you started working with Kristen, so it's got to be like 8.
Been like at least 8, yeah, 8-ish years.
Yeah, and I think yeah, you and I have always connected on like the yoga, just like free spirit type thing. So I love that. But I'm also, we're very different. Like if you were to take my class, I think I'm a little more like, I'm not so zen like you. Like you're so, I love that about you. It's like, whatever, what will be, will be. I'm a little more like, oh my God, we got to figure this out. Like, let's.
Yeah, I love that about you. Like, give me some of that. I was like, I love to be around that energy and your energy because I'm a kapha.
Yes, you are.
So I love your energy, how you're upbeat, you're always doing something, which I love and I admire about you. So I think we're a good balance, and I think I need to take one of your classes this week.
Totally. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of YouTubes out there. Lauren and I are working on making some more, but yeah, YouTube, right. Yogi Laurens.
Yeah. Love it.
But something fun too, if you guys are into like personality tests, yoga training like brings in the whole picture. And I just really love like any kind of quiz, like figuring out like about yourself, like the doshas. She was talking about kapha. So you can take a personality quiz if you just kind of go on like Google or something. And it will give you what your personality type is, and you always have a little bit of a balance. But you can then kind of cater what workouts you need, what you need to do in certain situations, maybe what you should eat. I'm definitely a Vata with a little bit Pitta energy, but I'm kind of all over the place sometimes. But
yeah,
it's all good.
I love it. And it's kapha season, so it's really important to get up and kind of like your types of classes where you're like moving things, building heat is really important, so we can kind of like detox a little bit and let go of winter and all that blah
right
weather.
No, I love it. Would you have any advice for someone who's like thinking of doing yoga training? Or I know now is a little different, like it's online, but they're going to start again. And I kind of feel like now a lot of people are evaluating life, and like a yoga training may be something that people are starting to have on their radar of like, hey, like I need more mindfulness in my life. Like I am doing yoga at home. This feels good. Like any advice for someone like looking at it or like questioning it?
Do it. It's amazing, and everything you learn will just benefit you and your life and the people around you, and it's just a magical, beautiful thing, and I'm so happy I did it. I already want to do another training.
Me too. I would like spend my life doing trainings, but
yeah,
because I know so like the online ones are out there now, but like Kristen, my sister, was saying, no, I kind of want to do one, and she's like, there's some online. I was like, honestly, like that would be great, but I feel like that connection you get with people in the room of like sharing this space is so like something else you'll never get in life.
Yeah, it's you. I would definitely. I'm so thankful that I was able to do it in a studio, because studios just have a different energy, and when you're all in there together, it just makes for like awesome energy.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of training?
What was my favorite part? I think learning about the doshas and the chakras, just learning like how we all have our own little thing type of energy going on, and just how to stay balanced, and when you're feeling some type of way, maybe a chakra is blocked, or so energy work. I don't know if I'm really making sense, but
Yeah, no, definitely. Energy systems, right? Those are complex stuff.
It's really deep. I did a chakra balancing, cleansing 2-hour workshop, and it was, oh my God, I want everyone to do one because it was amazing.
Yeah. I can't wait to go back to her, but I was seeing a Reiki therapist, like a Reiki, she's kind of like a counselor too, kind of down almost in the Cape. Her name's Kat, but she had all these like energy system is like the chakras, right? So all the lights, she had each of the colors. Wow. And had crystals that showed how your energy centers were going. So at the end of mine, like when it's not moving much, it's blocked. Mm-hmm. And at the end, all of mine were going like this. So I can't wait to go back to her after this and like freaking open me up back up.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. I love it. It's such a cool feeling, and it's something that you really have to do to understand it. At first I was like, what? Energy moving? Like, what does that feel like? But then you do it and you're like, wow, it's really real.
Yeah. No, I love that. When I do, I don't know, I loved just being like, because I was in San Diego and I'm not from there. So I think my favorite part was just the community that I made. Of just seeing like there was like 20 people in my group, and like they just kind of became my little like San Diego family.
I love it.
So I did a Yoga 6, and they're just opening in Somerville now because it's like a chain and whatnot. So I'm really excited to see when they open up at an Assembly Row and go and check it out. But
we should go.
I know. Future 500. I like to do 500-hour training like in a different country.
Yes, somewhere like outside, tropical. Did you do your 300-hour?
No, I haven't done that yet. I did like my extension training, kind of adding on to the yoga training, because I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified to teach. I did train because I think for a lot of people, they were like, I want to do training. I don't know if I want to teach. And I would say, do training even if you don't know you want to teach, because you don't have to. And I thought, I really want to teach, but it was just not the best time for me. Mm-hmm. So because I was moving back to Boston, and I started, and I remember just being so nervous for some reason. Like before every time I taught, like I would run laps around the building so I didn't throw up. Mm-hmm. I just tell people now, like just do it. So when I moved back here, I kind of got away from it for a little bit, and I went back to core power yoga, and I did like a training where they just helped you, assist you to get a one-on-one like class experience. So like we would teach the practice classes, and after that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And now I love it.
I love it.
Been the best like form of growth and just like putting myself out there. So I would say, but either way, do training, and my best advice always like dive into fear, right?
Yep.
Being comfortable is a sign you should do it. I don't know about throwing up, but
right. Like, I love that. That's good.
Right? Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love talking about all this stuff.
Oh, me too. Like, that's all I want to talk about. Yoga, meditation.
Right? I just want to like live life that way. Just
right?
Right? So we'll plan something good, after all this. Well, do you have any other like thoughts about yoga you want to add? I have a couple other questions I want to end with too. Just some.
Yeah, shoot.
Cool. So I just like to know, outside of yoga, you know, I know you do hair. What other things you like to do? What lights you up, Alessandra?
I love to be outside and spend time with nature. I love, my favorite thing is to go to the beach. I love to work out. I like to read. Um, I like to travel to warm places. Um, but yeah, just spend as much time outside is like my favorite thing.
Oh gosh, I know, especially like past few days of like being like outside after we've been cooped up so long.
It feels so good. I'm like, oh, the sun just it fuels my soul.
I love it. Um, have you had any new quarantine hobbies?
Quarantine hobbies. Um, I love to cook. I've been just really kind of focused on like eating really good. I took a little break from drinking, not that I'm like,
Love that.
yeah, so I feel really good. I've kind of used this time um, just kind of like feel good and yeah, wake up early with energy. And I don't really miss drinking all that much. I mean, I love to drink. It feels good to kind of like detox a little bit.
Oh, I'm with you. I've done it a couple of times and it always feels good. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I think it, you know, it's builds confidence in yourself too. When you say you want
Hmm.
to do something and you commit. So proud
Yeah.
of you.
Thanks.
What's something you're really looking forward to? Like, you know, maybe one thing or two things, like first things you're going to do when we get the okay.
Hmm. Get a pedicure. My toes are like, oh my God.
Like,
I
whoa.
can't wait. I can't wait to go to my favorite pedicure place. I can't wait to get a facial. Um, and I can't wait to do some hair.
I know. I
I
can't
miss it.
wait for like you or Kristen to do my hair.
Yeah.
Are you
Just,
still in Boston at that salon? We go back there.
yeah. Hmm.
What's it called again?
Spoken wheel.
On Newberry, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm excited just to, yeah, just simple things like, you know,
Things we
do some hair,
took for
get my toes
granted.
done.
I love that. Do you have a morning routine? I love morning routines. Curious to know what your, it might be different now. Tell me your latest morning routine.
My morning routine is wake up. I really love to sleep in, but I'm really trying to wake up early. So I've been getting up around 7, which is really good for me. Um, and I meditate. I do yoga and then I meditate and then I make some breakfast and I try to read a little bit. Um, yeah, that's pretty simple.
No, I
Coffee. I need coffee.
no, I love all of that. There's this, what was it called? The 5 a.m. club. Like Marie Forleo just had a guy on her show. I forget his name, but it was like this theory of in the morning, you know, 20 minutes of movement, 20 minutes of meditation and journaling, and then 20 minutes of learning. So like combining
Mhm.
the three really is like how you like kind of prime your brain and
Yeah.
on it.
Hmm. And I've been doing setting an intention for the day in my head.
That's
So
awesome.
today was take action. So I don't even know. I'm like, I'm gonna take action on something. So yeah, just
You're on my show. Oh, I really like that. I've actually been thinking about that too, rather than like overthinking. Like the book Take Control of Your Life is doing this.
Mhm.
So I'm losing like so many names right now, but in the Rise conference, Rise Live, um, they were just kept saying, do it. Wake up to every morning and just say, do it like 50 times. And I was like, I'm going to say, do it 50
Do
times
it.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I freaking did it.
It works. Little things like that do work. And
It does.
you know, you have to kind of like motivate yourself, which can be hard sometimes. You know, some mornings I'm like, oh, I just want to sleep in.
It can be.
But yeah, so yeah, so just setting an intention for the day feels good.
Yeah, it's all. No, I've gotten a lot out of talking to you today.
I love it. I love chatting with you.
Do you have any like final like things you would like to, advice or things you would like to leave with?
Yeah, just it's, you know, everything that's going on. It's just kind of up to us and to how we respond to it and how we adjust our mindsets to kind of look at it in a positive way rather than a negative, fearful, attaching way. So just take a breath and light some sage.
I love it.
Saging every day.
Right? I've turned my basement into like meditation central down here. I bought a salt lamp, got some essential oils. I just got a massager too. It's like
awesome.
I
love it. Yeah. I love it. Self-care.
I'll just highlight what I think like the key points were that we talked about and what you were saying, takeaways, like start just to kind of get through this in the right mindset, right? Of how to do that. We talked a lot about like yoga training and, life as it shifts right now. But I think what I was getting out of it is, focus a lot on mindfulness, right? Of, meditation doesn't have to be a scary thing. We can focus on our breath, right? Some kind of movement, getting in a routine and just focusing on things that make you feel good to like slow down and get through this. So
yeah, take this time to go within.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Well, I had a fun time chatting. I could chat forever.
I know, me too. I'm like, ooh.
What else we'll do it again soon. We'll talk about
yes. I love it. This is